Hello guys, what is going on? It's TF Racing here. Today I'm going to present you the classic F1 Online League just before the 2001 season starts. So if you already know about this league, the rules and all of that, or you simply don't want to know, you can jump to the times on screen where I talk about schedule and then the teams and drivers of this season. So first, what is the classic F1 Online League? It's a fun slash semi-competitive league that is being played on the F1 Challenge VB mod. It's that mod where you have all the 71 Formula 1 seasons. The league started in 2019, recreating the 1996 season. And now we're getting to our sixth season, which will recreate the 2001 Formula 1 season. Down below in the description there's a link to both the mod and the league page on Facebook. Some rules that the race will be run on Sunday, with the lobby being open approximately 1 hour before qualifying starts. Qualifying starts at 20:30 CET time. There are some alternative time zones on the screen right now for you to locate. After quali starts, we have a 15-minute session and then a race distance around 25% right now. Also, the point system we use is the point system used for Formula 1 between 2003 and 2009. So 10 points for first, 8 points for second, 6 points for third, 5 for fourth, and so on until 8th place gets 1 point. So next we'll talk about the schedule, which is meant to be the same to follow the 2000 F1 season. So we're going to start this Sunday, February 7th at Australia, Melbourne Classic Track right now. And then on the 14th we have the Malaysian Grand Prix. 27th February is the Brazilian Grand Prix in Interlagos, and then on the 28th we start the European season with the San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. Then start March in the 7th we have the Spanish Grand Prix, in the 14th we have the Austrian Grand Prix, and in the 21st we have the classic Monaco Grand Prix traditional track. In the 28th we move on and take a race at the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal, and get back to Europe at April 4th for the Nürburgring, the European Grand Prix. The 11th of April we have Monaco, the French Grand Prix, and the 18th the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. In the 25th of April we have the last race at the Old Hockenheimring, the German Grand Prix, and on May 2nd we move on to the Hungarian Grand Prix at the Hungaroring. May 9th is the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa, and May 16th is the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. 23rd of May is the United States Grand Prix at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and then the finale at the 30th of May at the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka to end the 2001 Classic F1 Online League season. Okay, so to start the teams and drivers section, we'll start with the most famous, most traditional team in Formula 1, the red team, the team of the Tifosi. It's Ferrari. Ferrari struggled a lot in 2000, finished 10th out of the 11 teams, but they have one of the best lineups for 2001. Driver number 1 is a Bulgarian Eric Yankov, who finished 3rd in last season. Eric started in 96 making only 2 starts, but in 97 he got his first try with Ferrari. He got 2 wins that season at Brazil and Italy, which until now are his only 2 wins of his career, and he got 2nd in the championship, but he was nowhere close eventual champion Barnabella. He stayed with the team for the 1998 season and got 6th in the championship. He moved to BAR for the 99 season, didn't get a lot, and moved to Minardi in 2000. He changed then to Benetton mid-season and came with 3rd in the championship, as said before, with 5 second place, just so close to getting back to the top step of the podium. By his side will be an Italian driver in Ferrari, yes, the Italian Daniele Giavone, one of the original drivers that started the first league race, the 1996 Australian Grand Prix. In 96 he drove for Benetton, getting a total of 4 wins and a second place in the championship behind his teammate Alex Pownal, which was the best season for Giavone until now. In 97 he gone to Arrows and finished 6th in the championship. In 98 he went to Jordan, and 99 back to Benetton. 2000 he decided to move from Benetton to Prost, where he got 8th in the championship, which was okay, but he made a big impact on the Constructors' Championship when he passed Gerwin Druijf's Jaguar in the last lap of the Malaysian Grand Prix to guarantee Prost's Constructors' Championship by 1 point over Jaguar. Now, in red, let's see what Daniele will be able to do for Ferrari. Okay, so next in the line is the team that gained the 1998 and 1999 Constructors' Championship in the league. It's McLaren. McLaren struggled a lot in the 2000 season, finishing 9th, but they got a new lineup and they're ready to make trouble. Driver number 1 is a champion, is the Hungarian-born Berlag. He made his first start in 1996, but his rookie season, the 1997 season, he dominated that year, won 11 out of the 17 races, and finished with more than double the points of second place Eric Yankov. In 1998, he moved from the Williams team in 97 to Benetton in 98, finishing 3rd in the championship, and then 5th in 1999 with Ferrari. He moved though to Jaguar in 2000 and got 6 wins in this season and led until the 14th race at Italy, where he lost the lead to Adam Archer and could not catch up again, losing the championship by 3 points to Adam. Barnado will definitely fight for his second title this season with McLaren Mercedes. His teammate has way less spotlight behind him. Is the German Chris Kamadaper. Only 27 starts under his belt, 9 of them being with Minardi in 1999 and the rest being with Williams in the 2000 season, the season where he got his only point of his career in getting 8th in the Spanish Grand Prix. Still, Chris may have a lot of potential, so we need to wait and see what he can do in McLaren. Moving on, we have the 1997 Constructors' Championship Williams. They finished dead last in 2000, but again, they are another team that are trying to rebound from a bad season. Their driver number 1 is a guy that impressed a lot in 2000, the Lithuanian Rokas Laurinskis. Just like Kamadaper, he has only 27 starts, half of them in 99, but with the BAR team, and he moved to Arrows in the 2000 season, where he got 4th in the standings, including 2 second places at Canada and France. He's also being called the keyboard king, as he's finding guys that play on wheel and controller on the track race after race. He can make a run for the title, he can get podiums here and there. We'll just need to wait and see what Rokas Laurinskis will be able to do for Williams. The other side of the garage, we have a French driver, Thomas Meyer, that started his career in 1996 with the Ferrari team, where he got his only career win in that season, that year's European Grand Prix, and finished down 5th in the standings. In 1997, he drove for Prost, but got only 4 points, finishing way back down. In 1998, he moved to the same Williams team he's driving now, but was scoreless in that season, as well in 1999, where he drove for Sauber. For 2000, he drove for BAR and got only 3 points in 14 races. Thomas has a lot of pace, we just need to see if he can make that pace appear throughout the season. Another team that struggled through the 2000 season was Sauber, that finished 8th in the championship, but again, they will try to rebound from a bad season with a good driver number 1, the Romanian Ionut Timofte. Ionut passed through the 1996 and 1997 seasons scoreless, before he got his first points at the 1998 season with Sauber and finished the season in fashion, winning the last race, the Japanese Grand Prix. In 1999, he got a really quiet season with only 4 points for BAR before he moved to Jordan in 2000, where he took the world by storm. He drove only half the season, 9 races, but out of those 9 races he won 4 of them. So he can definitely fight for the championship if he drives full season. We just need to wait and see. The other Sauber driver is a newcomer, is the British John Smith. He started his career last season, halfway through it, driving for Minardi. Hasn't got a point, but he definitely showed flashes of speed. That's why Sauber contracted him for this 2000. Next is a team that absolutely didn't struggle in 2000. It's Jordan, that finished 3rd in last year's Constructors' Championship. They had great performance from both Ionut Timofte, that we just covered, and also Tim Lubers. Even though Ionut decided to go back to Sauber, Tim Lubers decided to stay with the British team for his 2nd season in a row. His career started in 1996, where he drove for Williams and got his first podium, which is also his best placement till now, a 2nd placement at that year's Portuguese Grand Prix, finishing 9th in the standings. 1997 he drove for McLaren, also finishing 9th in the standings, before going 2 years back to Williams, but with not much happening. Then last season he moved to Jordan, where he got his first podium since that Portuguese Grand Prix in 1996, being last year's Austrian Grand Prix, and finishing in 7th place in the standings, his best place in his career. He might not fight for the title, but he definitely will fight for podiums here and there and get a lot of points for the British team. The other driver is a guy that probably is just like Ionut. Race more and maybe fight for the title, the German Martin Rossack. Just like his teammate, he also debuted in 1996, but with the same Jordan team he's driving now, where he got 3 wins in that season, and the British, German, and Japanese Grand Prix finished 4th in the standings. 97 he drove for Sauber, getting 1 win and finished 5th, and 98 got to McLaren, where he had the same performance as Jordan, 3 wins and a 4th in the standings. 99 he drove for Benetton with only a 7th place, and in 2000 he raced only 3 times, getting 2 podiums in the process. Just like Ionut, he's another case that a driver, if he races more, he will definitely win one season. Now it's time for British American Racing, also known as BAR, who finished 2000 in 7th place. Their driver number 1 decided to re-sign with the team, and it's the only driver from the Americas, the Brazilian Igor Barreto. Barreto have had a tougher season with Prost, going scoreless, before in 2000 he broke through, got 25 points, finished 9th in the standings, and got his first podium at the Canadian Grand Prix. He might not fight for the title, not even for podiums very often, but he definitely will get points consistently for the British team. His teammate is the Polish Mateusz Kazbut. He's also one of the drivers that started way back in 1996, this time for McLaren, where he got his only 3 wins of his career, and Argentina, Canada, and Portugal finished third in the standings. This Portuguese win was also until now his last podium. In '97 he decided to move to Sauber, where he got 7th place in the standings and took a year off in 1998. In 1999 he finished 8th in the standings for sure, but in 2000 he drove 6 races only for Sauber, got 2 points and finished way down the field. Let's see if Casboot can get way more points for the British team in this 2001 season. Next is the 1996 Constructors' Championship, the first Constructors' Championship in the league. It's Benetton, who most likely will have their last season in 2001. So they decide to throw a little throwback, bringing 2 drivers that already drove for the team. The first is the admin of the league, is the first winner, is the first champion, is the German Alex Palou. Alex, just like I said, was one of the original drivers. He won the first race of the league history, and all of these with Benetton. He also drove for half of the 1997 season before moving to Arrows, finishing third in the championship. 98 he moved to Ferrari, where he got his last win until now at that year's San Marino Grand Prix. In 1999 he moved to Williams and then Sauber in 2000, where he only got 20 points and a 10th place in the standings, which until now is his worst place. He got a podium in 2000 though, but definitely Alex will try to rebound and, if possible, even fight for the title with the team that he won it all in 1996. His teammate is the only Asian driver in the field, the Indonesian Muhammad Fajri Abbas. Muhammad has only 3 stars in his career and can be considered a rookie, and all of his stars were with Benetton last season. Hasn't got a point, but if he finishes, he can definitely get some points, because all of his 3 stars were DNF, so it's the case that if high he finishes, he may have a chance to get some points because he has shown pace. Next team is the team that lost the Constructor Championship by 1 point and 1 lap, Jaguar. Jaguar almost won the title with their drivers last season, but as we said, Gerwin Drew was overtaken by the Prost of Daniel Javon on the last lap of the Malaysian Grand Prix, and Jaguar lost the title. Still, Jaguar wants the title badly, but their new lineup is quite curious though. Driver number 1 is a Polish Kuba Mikołajczak. He impressed everyone winning at his debut at the 1997 Australian Grand Prix and finished the season quite well with Ferrari. 98 though was a quite tough season with Arrows, and 99 he got scoreless with Jordan. In 2000 he got some points back with McLaren, and he wants more for 2001 with Jaguar. Driver number 2 is the Hungarian Atlazik, taking up the second car for the team. He has only 18 stars through his first 3 seasons from 98 to 2000, scoring only in 2 occasions, which were 2 5th places, one with Tyrrell in 1998 and another with Ferrari last season. Let's see if Zek can score more than 1 time per season and get a lot of points for the Jaguar team. We have talked a little about the reigning Constructors' Championship, and it's time to talk about them. Prost, the team that won it all in the last lap last season, re-signed the driver number 1 who won the driver's title, Adam Archer. Archer started his career in 1998, finishing 2nd in the championship, with Benetton getting 3 wins in his rookie season. In 1999 he signed with Ferrari and just lost in the championship while he was leading, going to the last race by 3 points, but Gerwin Drew won the race, overtook him in the championship, and Aden Archer lost the championship by 1 point. In 2000 he decided to go to Prost. Started a little slow in the season, but middle of the season he won 5 straight races and got the lead after Italy, never give up, and finished 3 points ahead of Barnabella to guarantee finally his first title. Now, 2001, he would definitely try again. He would try for his second straight title, just like his rival Gerwin Druif did 2 seasons in a row. His teammate was quite a surprise, being a true rookie to the league and also a home driver for the team, the French Arnaud Court. We absolutely don't know what he will be able to do. We just need to watch and see what he. Next is Arrow's traditional team that got 4th in the 2000 season, surprising everyone not only by their performance in the track but also by their signings in the off-seasons, starting with the Dutch Gerwin Druif, the only 2-time champion of the league. He started his career in 1997 with McLaren, having a good year, finishing 4th, but in 98 he won the championship easily with 5 wins for McLaren. In 99 he stayed with the team, won 7 times in that season, including the last race where he overtook Adam Archer and won the championship by 1 point over the Hungarian driver. 2000 he finally moved on from McLaren, gone to Minardi, and halfway through the season made a switch to Jaguar. He didn't got any win and just lost the title, just like we covered with Jaguar. Finished 6th in the championship, but that doesn't matter for Gerwin. He is coming back for another Drivers' Championship. If he wins, it will be the 3rd of his career. His teammate, just like in Prost, is a true rookie to the league, is a Hungarian called Zoltan Nulas. We'll need to wait and check if he brings a lot of points for the orange and black team. Last but not least, we have a traditional team. It's the Faenza team. It's another Italian team. It's Minardi. Minardi have made 2 signings in the off-season, signing both drivers. First being the Romanian Julian Zabel Miller. He's also half German, but he will be defending Romania this season. Has only 9 starting his career, all during the 1999 season, 8 of them being with the Italian team, the exception being his first start there was with Williams. We'll check what he will be able to do with Minardi. His teammate can be considered a rookie because he made only 1 start in his career. He's the Hungarian Bensfeldinger. His only start was with the Ferrari team at the 2000 Canadian Grand Prix, where he got 14th. Still, Minardi can surprise us throughout the season. So guys, that's pretty much about it. That's the 2001 Classic F1 Online League season. And we'll just need to wait and see what the season will reserve for us. We might have a new champion, we might have no champion, we might have a new Constructor Championship, we might have first podiums, first point in this season. We just need to wait. I'll be posting highlights of each race in this channel, probably every Tuesday or Wednesday. Also, I ask for forgiveness for my English. It's not my mother language. My mother language is Portuguese, and I never properly learned English, so I'm sorry for the pronunciation of my words, but that's pretty much about it. If you like the video, give it a like, comment, if you want, even subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the highlights of the first race, the Australian Grand Prix.